I swear to God, I just heard.
Wait, what did you hear?
You don't have Allison's cat.
Oh my God! What is that? What you? Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at this.
Wah, wah, wah.
So that was the first time that I ever met Katie. So my mom told me that the doll was actually gifted to my cousin and was originally bought at a thrift store. But the doll ended up scaring my cousin so badly that they had to get rid of it. And it wasn't just scary because of the way that it looked. It was scary because she said it was haunted. Now after that little prank video, things started to get really weird. So seeing my dog react in that kind of way and knowing the possibility of dogs being able to sense different forms of paranormal life, that was the first red flag, let's just say that. And that actually inspired me to film the original video about Katie. If you guys haven't seen that video, things got crazy. All in all, filming that video about Katie turned out to be one of the scariest experiences of my whole life.
On the off chance that even ghosts in general are real, or spirits, or whatever this is, if they are, then maybe I just brought something into my house. I literally just brought something into my house. And I feel like I feel like I made a mistake.
I was convinced that this was at least a spirit, an evil something. There was something wrong with this doll. But nonetheless, a couple weeks later, I decided to film another video. You might be wondering, well, I didn't see that video on your channel. That's because it never made it there. So my original plan for the video was to do a 30 minutes alone challenge. And I did that in my own room with Katie. After 10 minutes, I started to feel weird. Not like scared or not like dread, but I just felt weird. I felt like lightheaded and I started sweating and overheating and I couldn't finish the video. Like it had gotten to that point where I couldn't even film anymore. Now the more logical approach would be to say, I just wasn't feeling it. But part of me believed, what if it had something to do with Katie? Now lately I've been thinking like, how could a doll become haunted? How does that even work? So I decided to do a little research. And there are a couple of theories that I kind of came to. And one of the theories was the doll actually belonged to someone who passed away. And that person cherished Katie so much that her soul actually attached to it. But I also thought of another theory. And this one is a lot darker. So there are all sorts of paranormal games out there that you can play. Paranormal games that involve possessing a doll. Part of me thinks, what if somebody went and actually did one of these rituals, played one of these games, and it actually worked, and weird stuff started happening around their house. The doll started doing creepy things, and they started to believe that this doll really was possessed. And so what do you do with a possessed doll? You drop it off at the thrift store. And the frustrating thing is, these are only just theories, and they'll probably always be that way. I really have been on the fence about making this series, and the first video that I made literally had such an impact on my life. Like I had trouble sleeping for weeks and weeks after that, and I feel like that's where my life is heading now after this series. But there's something also in me that's telling me to do this. But before I even go any further with this, I want to make sure that this isn't a fluke. I want to make sure that Katie actually is haunted, and the only way I know to do that is to run some tests. So I was doing a little bit of research on the possession of dolls and other inanimate objects, and I came across a little test that we can do here at home to give us some sort of indication whether or not Katie is haunted or not. And it is literally the simplest test ever. So here's my life right here, this organization.
A mess.
Fuck you. So the test is
About Rice Krispies.
I fucking wish. Can our next series be light and about Rice Krispies, please? Rice Krispies, hit your boy up. Okay, so literally this is the simplest challenge you can ever do. So you pick up the doll that you think is haunted and just hold it. Now set it down and pick up another doll that you're sure isn't haunted. How can we be sure? You literally just repeat that 3 to 4 times. And it said that you can feel the difference in energy. Here's the 3rd time. Ooh.
Do you feel something?
That's weird. Okay, that is actually weird. You're gonna need to try this. It could be a psychological thing though.
I mean, I don't really like touching Katie. I don't know, I just generally feel uneasy holding Katie. There's just something about her. And
Right?
and maybe it's because we thought that before, but we thought that before because she feels weird.
That was one of the first things that I noticed before any of this happened, before the first video ever happened, just holding her, it's just...
Like a weird feeling.
It's a weird feeling. I don't know if it's energy, I don't know if it's something dark. So I feel like we're no farther than we were originally. But I'm definitely more creeped out. What the heck? Okay, so this is a spur of the moment test that we just came up with, or Allison just came up with. Major shout out to her. Go check her channel out. I think it's at TrashHole96. So originally I had mentioned how Winston, my dog Winston, reacted in like a crazy way when he first saw Katie. Well, I wonder how he would react to seeing both of these on the ground.
He's sleepy right now, so I don't know if it's gonna affect him.
He's more interested in the camera than any of the dolls.
So maybe this test was a fluke.
This has proven nothing.
He chooses.
Oh,
toes.
he chose. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's gonna rip up toes.
Well, guys, there you have it. Katie haunted confirmed 2018. This one is a more of a legit test, and it kind of deals with orbs, which is something that I've mentioned on my channel before. Not something I totally believe in, but I think if we took some pictures around Katie and some orbs appeared, that could be telling. All right, we're gonna do lights off. We have Katie set up here, and I'm gonna take some flash photograph photos. I'm gonna try taking some more, but nothing on those pictures, like not even anything close. Okay, we're about to take a couple more pictures, but I'm extra scared about this one just because of the location. Directly on my bed, and that's scary enough for the reason that it's literally where I sleep. Also, this is the first spot that I ever met Katie at.
What is this?
I got chills, dude.
Oh.
Like everything's like distorted.
But it's not like the kind of distorted when you like shake the camera. It's just like everything's slightly blurry.
Oh my god, look at her face. I have an idea, and it's crazy, and it's stupid. What if we set it up like an interview of her? Like set it up with like a microphone in front of her, and just me and her talking. I'll ask her questions, maybe we'll get a response. Because I feel like the stuff we've done so far, it's barely scratching the surface. We need to go for something deeper. Okay, I'm ready. Katie, how did you die? Is Katie your real name? Where did you come from? Are you... I don't know, I'm afraid to even ask some of these questions. Are you evil? Do you want to cause me harm? If you can hear me, and if you want to communicate with me, can you make a noise? Can you make something happen like you did in the basement the first time I had the camera on you? Did somebody hurt you? I want to know, if you are a spirit, why are you trapped inside this doll? Do you have a problem that we're making this video?
It's focusing on something by the basement door.
Are you serious?
But it's not like focusing, it's blurry, but it's...
That's where the original video was filmed. Do you want us to go down there? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Part of me wants to get something creepy, like catch something really terrifying. But another part of me is like, this is my house. It'll be bittersweet. either way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be cool if you do catch something. It'll be okay if you don't.
Yeah, right? How did you die? Is Katie your real name? That sounded like a breath.
I heard
That sounds like shh. Is Katie your real name? You okay? I'm worried.
I just kind of like, I don't know, it's like a weird...
Like lightheaded?
Yeah, and like my stomach was like doing like flips.
Okay, things are starting to get a little weird. That feeling that Allison was describing was literally the same feeling that I had when I attempted to make a video alone with Katie. And I felt like lightheaded, and I started sweating and overheating. That lightheadedness, the queasiness, like my stomach doing flips, like literally that was the exact same way that I felt. It's just like, I don't know. It's making me think. I mean, the camera was literally focusing in on the basement door. You know, that's where all the stuff went down in the first video, but I literally never wanted to do that again. But maybe that's what she wants. Maybe that's what she's trying to tell us. I guess we're gonna have to do it. Part of me is terrified. Like, legitimately terrified. What if I like wake something up? I'm spending the night with Katie. It makes me wonder if like this was a mistake.
There's only one way to find out.